Hey Pokemon fans, I'm TheJWittz, and welcome back to the Toy Shop, a segment where I talk about new and upcoming Pokemon collectible lines. Behind me is the Trainer's Choice line, something that's exclusive to Toys R Us, and is very different than what we're used to seeing here in the States. So normally when we get new toy lines, they are Pokemon that are either new in the games, new in the anime, popular with people today, things like that. And that's great and dandy, but for old-timers like me, sometimes some of the old Pokemon get shafted a little bit. Here in the Trainer's Choice line, it's entirely about Pokemon from old generations. Everything in this line is from Generation 5 or older, and it's really cool to finally see some of these old guys honored in toys that you can go and pick up today. So whether you're an old-timer like me, or just being introduced to some of these old Pokemon again by finding them in the Kalos region, let's dig in and see what it's all about. So for starters, we've got the 8-inch plushes, and one thing you'll notice right away is normally when you get a plush in the US, you sort of just pick one out of a box. Not that they're in bad condition or anything, but it's just, not really something I call collector material. These, on the other hand, they have their own box, which is really, really cool. Here at the side, you can see the Trainer's Choice line, and specifically honors the most celebrated Pokemon from all the different generations, which is really, really cool. As an old school fan like me, I love seeing these old faces. We've got Squirtle, my favorite starter from Kanto, Chikorita, my favorite starter from Johto. It's beautiful, beautiful leaf on its head. Looks like a pear. I just love these guys so much. These aren't the only ones in the line. There's also the rest of the Kanto starters and Torchic, for those of you guys who first experienced Torchic or just brought him back in X and Y by doing that mystery gift event, which, by the way, ends in January. So if you want a Torchic, get X and Y, do that now. But it's just really cool to see everything in their individual display. It's more something that I would collect. I almost feel guilty taking them out of their display. I'm a collector, but obviously if you wanted to play with them, you could just pull them out, use them like regular plushes. But for me, it's just really great to see these guys again. Speaking of old starters, boom! We have this massive, absolutely massive Piplup. And it's just in this beautiful pose where it's just lying, looks kind of like it's surfing. I know a lot of people really love Piplup back from the Diamond and Pearl days of the anime, or just in general. I mean, who doesn't love penguins? Actually, here you can see these are the rest, sort of what the 8-inch line looks like. Piplup is special. He gets his own giant plush because he is just too cool for words. Giant Piplup here. He is stepped here. I would probably pull Piplup out just because he's so big. I really want to hug him, but I just love his pose. Not only you got a plush, they're just standing and boring. This giant Piplup, he is ready to surf. Isn't that right? Yeah, you know it. Here we've got sort of the classic Tomy 2-inch figure. I've been collecting Pokemon toys pretty much since they've existed, and that's the one thing I've always known Tomy for since I was a kid, is their nice little 2-inch figures. But one thing that really differentiates this one, not only just being an older Pokemon that we don't normally see, here we've got Turtwig, another Sinnoh starter to go along with the Piplup we saw earlier. And these figures they have for just about every starter, every Pokemon in one way or another. But, and it feels like a crime opening this. I'm only doing it so you guys know what's inside. The packaging is really cool. The little Pokeballs on the top actually have grooves. I don't want to take them apart, but I exist to inform. Oh, it's killing me. I won't be doing this again with anything else. This is just to show you guys what it looks like. If you do so happen to open it up, you still don't really ruin any of the collectability because it comes with its own little case. So it's not just like your own 2-inch figure that can go around. Sure, you can take it out and do that. And actually, you can take it out of the plastic holding if you wanted to. But there's sort of this reflective surface at the bottom. Put your Pokemon in, case it up, and boom. So once again, we've got stuff that it looks like collector stuff I would normally get from Japan, and it's really cool seeing this type of thing in the US for the first time. So here, you guys saw the 2-inch figures. Here is 3 of them in a set. They've got these 3 packs for all the different, well, not all the different, but many of the different evolutionary lines. Here we've got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. They've also got ones, I know, for like the Sceptile line, Swampert line, Blastoise. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but there's just a ton of the evolutionary lines here in these 3 packs. And I could not, if you paid me, open this. It just looks so beautiful having all 3. At the back, you've got all 3 of the Pokemon and their types, grass and poison for all 3. And this guy in particular, I've really grown to love again. I normally have never picked Bulbasaur as my Kanto starter. I've either done the mandatory Pikachu through Yellow, or Squirtle, or Charmander. Never really liked Bulbasaur that much, but I've been using him in my Pokemon-wide playthrough through the nickname Deku. We've got him up to an Ivysaur, and I don't know. I'm really loving this guy so far. And here's what they look like up close. And yeah, if you really wanted to, if you were a monster, no, I don't judge. You could take them out, but I just feel like they're so beautiful as is. I could never get myself to do it. Also, I didn't even do this on purpose. I just realized we've got the Bulbasaur line behind the Bulbasaur line poster. So that's them. Here we've got my pretty much my favorite thing Tommy's ever made, the catch and return balls. I don't know if you watched my original X and Y line video, but I've had so much fun with my Espeon and Umbreon ones. Here we've got Typhlosion, final evolution of the fire starter from Johto. They've got a whole bunch of these, and the difference is instead of just having a regular plasticky looking ball, it's got this really nice glossy finish. I'm going to pull them out and use them. This one I don't feel any guilt because the catch and return was meant to catch and return. There is one thing to do with the catch and return balls, and that is perform their amazing function. So, Typhlosion in the wild, yes, you would be incredibly fortunate. I really hope that actually maybe over time Pokemon could do something like put the Johto starters in the Friend Safari or something like that. So we've got him up here. Take your Pokeball, open it up, drag it out, and attempt to capture. I really hope I can get this. Pokeball, go! Boom! I caught a Typhlosion. And last but not least is the remote-controlled Piplup. There is a whole lot of Piplup love. As far as I can tell, I think this is another Piplup exclusive. He is remote-controlled, and you use him to knock down berries, really anything you like. Alright, so the remote takes 2 batteries, and using a Phillips, you can unscrew Piplup's hindquarters. Maybe I'll get flagged for Pokemon abuse from Officer Jenny. I am sorry, but this is what... Okay, and 2 more for Piplup. I dropped my other 2 AAAs opening the package, so give me a second. Here we go. So, alright, so pluses and minuses on the both sides. Alright, we have Piplup. I'm going to screw his backside in, and we're going to control him once and for all. Alright, I'm ready for action. Here, we've got the batteries in here, we got the batteries in Piplup, we're good to go. So the big thing about this is there are 4 frequencies. I guess if you want multiple Piplup, which, as I've learned, the plural for all Pokemon is the same. There's 1 Piplup and there's 5 Piplup. That's just how it works. So if you and your friends want to use multiple Piplup, you switch the frequency from A, B, C, D. I've got him on A. Let's do this! Activate! Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. So, we got walking Piplup going. Let's see if I can knock over the berries. Try and turn. Let's do this, Piplup. Turn. Piplupzilla! Falling off the edge. Don't do it, Piplup. You have so much to live for. Okay. Help me, Arceus. Arceus can't save you now. Piplup, activate. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks, guys, for watching today's episode of The Toy Shop. And if you enjoyed it, you can click this button in the corner to subscribe to my channel and learn when my new videos are coming out. I want to know just one thing from you guys, and that is, who is your favorite starter Pokemon? We've now got 18 to choose from. The games have been around for 15 years, and it's really exciting to see the different ways people have grown up with these Pokemon. For example, for me, it's Squirtle. I grew up with Squirtle right when the games came out, around 1998, but for a lot of people, they were born past Squirtle unlike others. I'm curious to see who your favorite was that you picked over the years. Special thanks to Tomy and their Trainer's Choice line for being a part of the Toy Shop, and if you head over to their Facebook page, leave a link in the description, they are having a sort of tug-of-war contest between the starters. They're throwing up 2 different starter Pokemon against each other. You vote for the one that you believe is stronger to determine who the greatest, strongest starter of them all is. Altogether, I am just so excited to see that the starter Pokemon are back, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next Toy Shop video.